The Soliad Wakefield is BeamNG's version of the Chrysler PT Cruiser. You might think it's ugly, but let's find out if it drives better than it looks. This mod is available on the BeamNG repo for free. It was created by Crashhaven, and of course, it's a lore-friendly Chrysler PT Cruiser. Now, I always kind of liked the Chrysler PT Cruiser. We did get them in the UK, and it was very controversial because of its retro styling. Chrysler said it was meant to look like a Chrysler Airflow from the 1930s. I'm not that sure, but this was a big time for retro-styled cars. Think of the new Beetle and the new Mini both coming out in around 2000, and the PT Cruiser ran between 2000 and 2010. Yes, it was really produced up to 2010. So this mod is a Soliad, that is an American manufacturer in the game, and it's called the Wakefield, although why it's named after a town in Yorkshire, I have no idea. These are the base models, and on the right we've got the absolute base spec North American market model. You don't even get hubcaps with this thing, and look at the massive bumper on here. Anyway, this is the S, slightly above base. You do get hubcaps on here, but the base and the S have exactly the same engine, a 2.2 litre petrol straight 4. It produces about 100 horsepower. Now the texture work is not very good under here, but I do like the way the engine looks. And look at the detail here. We've got some rustage going on around the engine bay. Look at that. Now this is a front wheel drive hatchback. It's quite a large car really, but quite a lot of space in the back there, and again we've got rust down the sills of the boot. Just like the exterior, the interior is very similar to the real-life PT Cruiser. It's quite a modern interior, really like the seats, and yeah, quite a lot of room, a lot of headroom in this car. Anyway, we've got an automatic 4-speed gearbox. Let's go. Whoa, feel the power. Front-wheel drive hatchback, weighs about 1.5 tons. Off we go. Oh god, it's slow. And the gearbox is quite slow to respond as well. But handling, oh my god, okay, not great. A lot of body roll. Come on, gearbox. Wow. Now, underneath this mod is the Bruckle-Legrand. So the chassis and I think the engines are based on the Bruckle-Legrand. But that doesn't matter, you know. That's an American car from a similar era. The Chrysler PT Cruiser was not meant to be a futuristic car. It was really a retro cut-price hatchback. Luckily, we do have some more powerful engines to check out, but it's only front-wheel drive. So we're not going to get too much drifting out of this thing. Whoa! I just lost control there. We've got no stability control, no traction control. Wow, that's dangerous. So when you push the car a little bit too fast, the rear end kind of loses it. Maybe we can drift it. Let's push it round here faster than we should. Not much understeer, but okay. It doesn't feel very certain on the road. Let's go for a crash test. So we already know it's not a sports car, but what is the damage model like? Is it safe for a family? Well, whoa. You know what? It's a lot stronger than I expected. We've barely got any deformation of the passenger cabin, and the front looks quite good. Yeah, fairly good crash model. I want to go for a bit faster of a crash test. Here we go, 70 miles per hour. There you go. That's nice. The wheel is kind of curled underneath the front door. I like it. But it still seems quite strong to me. This mod has 24 configs. There's quite a lot of variety in here, but the mod is still in development, so it's a work in progress, and more configs and content will be added in the future. So the PT Cruiser was sold in Europe, and it was sold in Europe in BeamNG as well, because the Wakefield has a European version with a diesel engine, a 2.5 litre diesel with about 150 horsepower. Let's take a closer look at the interior, because there is some interactivity. Now the dials down here are kind of retro. They're quite small, but if you get up close, you can read them nicely. We've also got a working clock, which shows your real-world PC time. Then you can open the glove box. Unfortunately, nothing in there. You can also open the center armrest. Again, nothing in there. Would be nice to see, or be able to put some things in there. But the mod does support career mode. The door doesn't stay open, which is a bit annoying. Yeah, get in. Okay, because we've got cargo boxes, and you can fit these to the back seat or the front seat, seat and then store stuff in them. And yeah, career mode support is great. Now, they made a sporty version of the diesel. Now, has about 10 horsepower more, 154 compared to about 145-ish on the standard version. Let's see how it drives. So in the early 2000s, diesels were exploding in popularity in Europe. And, well, I don't know how many of these were actually diesel Chrysler PT Cruisers in Europe, but whoa! Immediately you can feel the difference. It's got a lot more torque. No turbocharger? No turbocharger. Interesting. To get 150 horsepower and wheel spin without a turbocharger on a diesel engine, I think is quite impressive. Does it handle any worse? Usually the heavier diesel engine... Wow. Usually a heavier diesel engine at the front makes it handle a little bit worse, and I think we can say it's true for this. We're getting constant wheel spin round the corners. Brakes? Ooh, good brakes, actually. So this was meant to be a family car, and Chrysler made no big claims about it being sporty, although they did make a sporty version of it, and we'll have to see what that's like. Let's take it for a jump. Come on. Whoa, lost the rear bumper. Suspension... Oh, dealing with the bumps quite well. For higher trim levels, you have the SE. It's sort of like the luxury version, and you get a 2.5-litre petrol engine producing about 150 horsepower. So on the left, this is the pre-facelift. We've got the split grille and the massive front bumper. And on the right, we've got the facelift version from about 2005 onwards, and it has a, well, not split grille and a slightly smaller bumper. I do think it looks a bit better. They were listening to criticism and made it look less ugly. But if you wanted to go for an all-American car, then why not get the Woody? Yes, you could get wood, well, vinyl made to look like wood on your PT Cruiser, and it's in the mod as well. This is meant to look like the Woody station wagons, which were popular in the 40s and 50s. And the wood continues inside with a wood effect dashboard. Yeah, it's very shiny. Definitely looks like vinyl and not wood. Anyway, let's take this thing for a drive. We've got a automatic gearbox again, and it's the same SE specification, 150 horsepower, 2.5-litre engine. Now, this was not an economical car, and even though it sold about 1.5 million units worldwide, the PT Cruiser, it was never massively popular across Europe. Britain was probably their strongest market because a lot of people in Britain loved the idea of owning an American car. It wasn't made in America, though. The PT Cruiser was made in Mexico and Austria. Yeah, very, very American. Now, you're probably wondering, what does the wood effect look like when you have a severe crash test? Let's do it. Bang! Oh, well, it hasn't, like, ripped off or anything. Yeah, it doesn't look like wood, but it's not wood. It kind of looks like metal. Anyway, it's fine. It does the job. Like the Woody package available from the factory, you could put a bit of chrome on your PT Cruiser, and the Wakefield also has chrome accents for the bumpers, and you can add a bit more than that. If you search trim, you can then put the pillar trim, chrome pillar trim. Oh, yeah, look at that. Now, I'm assuming these will get quite hot in the sunlight. A bit weird, right? But anyway, I do like the look of them. And if you were into modifying your Wakefield, well, you could have this, the Classic. This is a brand new config that's just been added to this mod in an update, and it has Bruckle 9 wheels from the 1930s. We've also got the wood effect and the chrome. This is meant to be a kind of classically styled car. We've got the Italian 1960s Piccolina steering wheel. Let's drive it. So remember, 1930s tires on this thing, and oh my, the suspension feels weird as well. Yeah, I think this is going to be a lot worse. So 1930s tires do not have the performance of modern tires. Yeah, I'm getting very little sensation through the steering wheel and very little grip. The car just doesn't really respond to what I'm doing. This has basically been ruined by the modifications. And the bumpers come off. Great. I kind of weave in and out of traffic. Squeeze through there. Oh my goodness. Squeeze through here. There you go. Uh-oh. That's not gone well. Landed on the wheels, though. Oh dear. So lots of effort has been put into this mod recently to fix it, improve the suspension, and remove the bugs. And yeah, I'm really excited to see what the future holds for the Wakefield and Crash Haven. who's already made some quite interesting mods. Remember, they did the Burnside Emperor. That's a GTA car mod brought into BeamNG, but it's lore-friendly. Here's a couple of interesting configs. We've got the stripped. Basically, all the body parts and the accessories have been taken off this thing. You can see what it looks like underneath. Less ugly, I think. And then the beta. This is a really clapped-out version of the car. Looks like paint or paint stripper has been put on there, but it also has a really floppy rear suspension. So let's take it for a quick drive, see how bad it is. Now, if we drive it on a bumpy road, you can really see how bad that suspension is. Those rear shocks need to be worked on. You've also got the off-road. This is not four-wheel drive, it's just front-wheel drive. We've got very big tires on here and a stiffened frame, including this kind of roll cage thing in the middle. Let's take it off-road. Now, let's be honest, I'm not expecting it to do great. We do have 163 horsepower, thanks to a turbocharger. Oh my goodness. Well, slow progress. We can't lock the front diff or anything, but eventually you can get it moving off-road. There you go. Over torque risk. Okay, that turbo is kind of harming the engine more than helping it, but nearly at the top. Yeah, it's not bad. Not great, but for a front-wheel drive car, it's okay. And then the Rat Rod, which is a derby car, but unfortunately, we don't have any extra power. Just a bit of extra protection. It really does look like something from Wreckfest, this. So let's have a quick demolition derby with the Bruckle Legrand, the car on which this mod is based. Oh no, forward, go, go! I forgot it was an automatic. Off we go. So the exhaust has been routed through the hood with a little cutout panel there. Okay, where is he? He's still over there, kind of struggling. I'm going to put it in 2 to stop the gearbox changing to the wrong gear. Right, let's get him. Here we go. Ram. Oh, okay. Not bad. Using my weight. Oh, no. Oh, that looked like a hard hit for him. I really like the livery on this thing. It's kind of cool. Come on, change up. No. Oh, dear. Wow, he can hit me hard. Oh, the steering's busted. Engine oil's out. Yeah, we've wrecked it. But this is kind of a perfect demolition derby car because it's very cheap. And no one's going to miss it if you destroy these things. Or maybe it does have a fan club. I'm guessing it does. Well, I think we're both pretty badly damaged. So let's call it a draw. We do have a couple of service vehicles in the mod. We've got a American-style taxi and an Italian police car. So the PT Cruiser was not used in Italy as a police car, but in America there were a few police forces that at least tested it out as a police car. This is the Wakefield GT, and that means it's the sporty model. Sort of a hot hatch, but unfortunately, unlike the real car, this does not have a turbocharger, so we've just got 164 horsepower. Not bad, but not great. I really do like the alloy wheels, but yeah, it would be cool to see this with a turbocharger because the real car, the real Chrysler PT Cruiser GT, had about 220 horsepower, which is, you know, for a hot hatch in the mid-2000s, not bad. Having said that, though, it's not really a hot hatch, is it? It's a big, cumbersome American front-wheel drive, well, crapmobile, to be honest. But anyway, here we go. Whoa! Yeah, lot of body roll there. That is quite bad. And we push it into the corners. Yeah, they haven't stiffened the suspension at all. Don't get me wrong, it is a fun car to drive, but like I said at the start, don't expect anything, sporty from this thing. I'm getting a better sensation through the steering wheel, so it really does depend on the... Wow, that was good, actually. It does depend on the tyres on this car. You can get some performance out of it, and I'm sure you'll have a lot of fun tuning this car to your liking. Whoa. Yeah, not bad. Speaking of tuning, we're now going to have a look at a supercharged variant. Oh, that was bad. It's the Custom. This has a Stage 2 supercharger, giving it 186 horsepower. We've also got these kind of slick tires, interesting looking wheels, and we have a slammed suspension. Well, it's lowered really, not slammed. Quite low at the back though. So let's take it on the highway and see what the top speed of the Wakefield really is. I can hear that supercharger already. That whine. Yeah, it's pretty quick, this thing. 110 miles per hour. It's pretty easy to cruise at high speed, this thing. It's just most of the variants can't get to high speed. 100 miles per hour is a struggle, really. Yeah, maybe 130 is about the top for this car. Anyway, I want to see a crash test. So we're going into the excavator, the digger, slow motion, 125. Woohoo! Yeah, that's brutal. So, oh wow, what have we created? That shape. And we've created a 90-degree angle there at the back. But yeah, the crash model, oh, and the tailgate is actually crumpled inwards. Interesting. Yeah, the crash model is okay, and the faster you go, the more impressive it is. As always, we're looking at the racing variant last, and this is the OTL racing car. That means it is a tribute to the YouTuber Off the Limiter. They're another beamng YouTube content creator, and this has been created for them to do some racing in. 264 horsepower. Again, we've got a supercharger, and it's just been tuned up to the max. Now, we've only got front wheel drive. We do have slightly different tires and a lower suspension. Let's see what this is like. But first, look at all these stickers and decals on here. I really like this Chivita, making it look like it's a Chivetta. And on the top, what have we got? An Easter egg. Yay! Pointless beamng trivia and all that. I'm expecting a lot of wheel spin, so here we go. Yep, definitely a lot of wheel spin there. Oh my. It's uncontrollable. We're getting a lot of torque steer where the wheel is being jerked out of my hand just because I'm accelerating. Whoa. Okay, I think the power steering has gone or something. The steering feels a lot heavier. Makes it feel sportier, actually. Wow, this is quick. So we're handling okay. Not getting much feedback from the steering wheel. It just feels very dull and heavy. Push it into the corner. You can push it faster than you might expect, but you need to stop that wheel spin, otherwise you just do not accelerate. Okay, brakes. Oh, okay, I had to push the brake pedal quite hard, but not bad. The engine is heating up, which is a bit concerning. We're now going on to the long straight. Oh, I've only got 4 gears. No, we've only got 4 gears. 120 miles per hour is about the top. Okay, that's weird. I would expect a few more gears than that with 260 horsepower. Coming up to the end of the long straight. Brakes. Wow, those brakes are good. I actually braked a bit too much there. And now, it is time for the corkscrew corner test. It's been a while since I've driven down here, but I do remember it. Of course I do. I've done it like 200, 300 times in a video. Ooh. Okay. Completely missed the line there, but it was understeering. Yeah, I think we should try that again. So it does feel like the suspension has been stiffened up just a bit, and that actually makes it harder to drive because it's less predictable, but it is faster. Whoa, my... Oh, 2 wheels? Wow, we managed to 2-wheel a PT Cruiser. Well, the Soliad Wakefield is definitely an interesting car, and it gets my full recommendation. Go and try it out. It's free. Go and support Crash Haven. They're an up-and-coming beamng mod creator. So let me know in the comments, do you think the PT Cruiser and the Wakefield are ugly, or are you quite a big fan of this kind of retro styling? Let me know. Well, if you'd like to see another quirky beamng mod, click the video on screen right now. It's the Alfa Romeo Free Time, a concept car from Alfa Romeo, which is a boxy 1980s hatchback.